Hi, I'm Christy. I want to talk to you today for the second part of creating a sensory diet. I do need to remind you that I'm not a medical professional. This is not meant to treat or diagnose. It is for informational purposes only. As I talked about in the last video, a sensory diet can be an important and integral tool for helping your loved one process sensory input effectively. It can also help them learn how to process things in a more typical manner, and how this happens, though, will vary from person to person. A sensory diet is most effective when it's followed regularly. Now, the effects of some of these things can last for several hours, but don't be surprised if your loved one needs these activities multiple times throughout the day to continue to have the effects from them. The benefits can be maximized if this becomes a typical part of your life. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, the list of options is nearly limitless. Many regular or everyday items can be used with some creativity and be very effective. There are some quote-unquote therapy items that could be used, but this means that the price is usually raised dramatically if the word therapy or something related to that is included. And sometimes other quote-unquote non-therapy items can be used just as effectively. Again, this is one of those times when your OT will have great ideas and be a great resource for you to point you in the right direction and to help you know what things are very available in your area and what things they need to help you find. In my blog post that posted in January of 2018, there are several different articles that have lists with broad categories and items that can be included in a sensory diet. Some ideas from brief categories. For an oral issue, you can use vibrating teethers or toothbrushes. You can use chew toys or jewelry. Sometimes chewing on crunchy foods will provide the input that they need, or chewing gum. One of the ones that was rather amusing to watch was watching my older son use Pop Rocks candy in his mouth, and to see that kind of wake up his mouth. For tactile issues, you can do things like Play-Doh or slime. Playing in sand or water, playing in a rice bin or a bean bin. Sometimes playing with shaving cream can also give tactile input. Here's another place where vibrating toys can be helpful. Or using a massage mat or chair. Or even playing in a ball pit. All of these things can help with the tactile senses. For smell, you can use things like aromatherapy machines or essential oils that you can either just to smell them or to diffuse them throughout the air. For sight, you can use things like dimmable lights or rope lights sometimes. Sometimes mood lighting can be helpful, or even lava lamps can be very calming and soothing to watch. If hearing is an issue, you can use earplugs or hearing protection if your loved one is overly sensitive. Otherwise, sound machines or sound pillows and masks can also be used and can be helpful. For the vestibular system, sometimes jumping or using a trampoline, swinging in a swing or moving on a scooter board, therapy balls, even yoga poses or slides can be used to help give sensory input for the vestibular system. For the proprioceptive systems, things like vacuuming or doing jumping jacks, using a weighted pencil or glove if you're trying to write, doing animal walks like a crab walk or a duck walk or bear crawl, those kinds of things. Weighted blankets or vests or lap blankets can also be very helpful. If sleep is one of your concerns, you can do things like using a sound machine that has nature sounds or even white noise. Aromatherapy machines can also be helpful, or relaxation CDs. Again, this is another place where weighted blankets can be beneficial. Sometimes glow-in-the-dark stars or ceiling projections can be helpful. And again, for calming or relaxing, essential oils may be another option for you. I talked in one of the posts about heavy work, and with appropriate supervision, things like vacuuming or carrying grocery bags into the house, sweeping or mopping, dusting, all of these things can help provide the heavy work needed to provide the sensory input. At the end of this post, I included a list of companies that I trust and that I would purchase from myself. Again, I need to remind you that I am an affiliate of some, and I am seeking to become an affiliate of others. Your purchases will assist me in being able to continue to provide quality information at no cost to you. So I want to thank you for any purchases that you would make. In the next video, I want to talk about creating an entire sensory room a room that's specifically designed to address sensory needs. So as you work through solutions and you get creative and you try and find answers, I hope that you can agree with me that life is good and there is never a dull moment.